New criminal charges related to the controversial Atlanta Public Safety Training Center. 3 people are now indicted for alleged crimes against the construction company behind the project. Atlanta News First reporter Justin Berger is live from downtown Atlanta tonight. And Justin, what can you tell us about these 3 people?
Well, Blair, we know none of them are from Georgia. 2 are from Pennsylvania and 1 is from Wisconsin. They were also charged with violating the RICO Act back in 2023. They were charged in an indictment with 61 individuals over in Fulton County. This newest indictment, however, stems from an alleged incident on May 12th, 2022.
Turn off the crane!
Protesters passionately disagreed with the decision to build the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center.
Stop Cop City!
Some of their alleged actions now leading to charges for Katie Cloth, Tyler Norman, and Hannah Cass. Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr's office alleges they attacked the Cobb County offices of Brassfield and Gorey.
Brassfield and Gorey served as general contractor over the training center project, and their employees were at the office when this attack occurred, watching as masked individuals with explosives descended on the area.
They are each charged with 3 felonies, 2 counts of damage to property and 1 count of arson.
Violence and destruction are not speech. Violence and destruction are not constitutionally protected acts. Violence and destruction will be prosecuted by this office.
Carr says he will continue to hold others accountable for violence, intimidation, and property destruction tied to training center protests.
As we contend, this is just one of more than 200 incidents in which members of Defend the Atlanta Forest targeted workers, law enforcement, and others associated with this project, as well as their families. Now, it is not clear when, if at all, we could see more people charged. Reporting live from downtown Atlanta, Justin Berger, Atlanta News First.